Imagine a world where the darkness speaks back, where whispers in the night are more than just your imagination, and where an unseen force holds an entire family hostage. Welcome to Adams, Tennessee, home to one of the most chilling and persistent hauntings in American history. This is not just a ghost story passed down through generations. This is the Bell Witch legend, a tale so disturbing that even a U.S. president was said to have fled in fear. Today on the Grim Tapes, we peel back the layers of myth, folklore, and eyewitness testimony to uncover the terrifying reality behind the Bell Witch. Get ready to confront what may be the most sinister entity to ever haunt the American South. The origins of the Bell Witch. Our story begins in the early 1800s in the quiet town of Adams, Tennessee. The Bell family, led by patriarch John Bell, had recently moved into the area, hoping for a peaceful life on their newly acquired farmland. But peace was not in their future. In 1817, strange things began to happen. It started with subtle sounds, knocking on walls, scratching beneath the floors. At first, they dismissed it. But as the sounds grew louder and more deliberate, the family realized they were not alone. The disturbances escalated to physical attacks. The Bell children, especially the young daughter Betsy, reported being slapped, pinched, and even choked by an invisible force. The family began to believe that a witch or spirit was tormenting them. They reached out to neighbors, local clergy, and eventually the entire community became aware of the haunting. This was no longer a private matter, it became a public spectacle. The spirit speaks. Unlike most hauntings, this entity had a voice. The spirit introduced itself in multiple ways but became famously known as Kate. It claimed to be the spirit of a woman named Kate Batts, a neighbor of the Bells who allegedly had a dispute with John Bell. However, it soon became clear that this spirit had knowledge and powers far beyond that of a mere ghost. It could mimic voices, sing hymns, and recite sermons. It revealed secrets about people in town, often humiliating them publicly. And most terrifying of all, it claimed that it had a mission: to kill John Bell. As time went on, John Bell's health began to deteriorate. He was plagued by mysterious seizures and a gradual decline that no doctor could explain. In 1820, he died under mysterious circumstances, and a strange vial of liquid was found next to his bed. The spirit took credit for his death. President Andrew Jackson's visit. One of the most famous aspects of the Bell Witch legend is its connection to Andrew Jackson, who would later become the 7th President of the United States. Jackson, curious about the rumors, decided to investigate himself. He traveled to the Bell farm with a group of men, but according to legend, they didn't stay long. Their horses became uncontrollable, their wagon refused to move, and strange noises surrounded them. Jackson reportedly declared, "I would rather fight the British than the Bell Witch," and left the property. This incident gave national attention to the legend. Life after the haunting. After John Bell's death, the activity gradually lessened, though not entirely. Betsy Bell, the primary target of the witch's wrath, eventually called off her engagement to a young man named Joshua Gardner, something the spirit had been aggressively pushing for. Soon after, the spirit announced it was leaving but would return in 7 years. In 1828, it did. Richard Bell, one of John Bell's sons, claimed to have had several conversations with the spirit during this time. It spoke of the past, the present, and even predicted events in the future. After a short time, it left again, this time supposedly forever, but there are those who claim it never truly left. Theories and explanations. The Bell Witch legend has fascinated paranormal investigators, historians, and skeptics for centuries. Some believe it was a hoax, perhaps started by the Bell family or townsfolk seeking attention. Others think it was a case of mass hysteria. There's even a theory that the entire ordeal was the result of abuse within the family, with the ghost story used as a cover. On the supernatural side, theories range from poltergeist activity to demonic possession to Native American curses. The Bell farm is said to sit on sacred ground, and some researchers believe that disturbing burial sites could have unleashed something ancient and angry. Modern encounters and legacy. To this day, the legend of the Bell Witch remains alive. The original Bell farm no longer exists in its entirety, but a cave nearby, called the Bell Witch Cave, is open to the public. Many who visit report strange sensations, voices, or even physical contact from an unseen force. Paranormal teams have documented anomalies, and the site is considered one of the most haunted in America. The Bell Witch has inspired books, documentaries, films, and even the horror franchise, The Blair Witch Project, which drew heavily from the themes of isolation and unseen terror. Yet despite all the media attention, no one has been able to fully explain what happened in Adams, Tennessee. Did it really happen? So, what do we make of the Bell Witch? Is it just a well-crafted legend that grew with time? Or is it a cautionary tale of what can happen when the supernatural is not respected? Skeptics point out the lack of contemporary documentation, but believers argue that the consistency of the oral history and eyewitness accounts are too detailed to ignore. Some believe the spirit still lingers, watching those who dare to speak its name. Others have tried to contact it, only to experience chilling consequences. The story of the Bell Witch is not just a ghost story, it's a cultural phenomenon that forces us to confront the unknown. Questions for you. What do you think really happened to the Bell family? Was the Bell Witch a spirit, a demon, or just a fabrication? Would you dare to visit the Bell Witch Cave? Have you ever experienced anything that could not be explained? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Your story might be featured in a future episode of the Grim Tapes. If you enjoyed diving into the twisted legend of the Bell Witch, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the Grim Tapes for more terrifying explorations into real-life mysteries. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. We're just getting started with uncovering the darkest corners of our world, from haunted houses and demonic possessions to unexplainable disappearances and cursed artifacts. You can help us grow by sharing this video with fellow horror enthusiasts and dropping a comment about what topic we should cover next. Until next time, thanks for watching.